You're listening to the Murder Speaks podcast, the show that spills the tea about true crime. Here's your host, Wendy Hinbest.
Hey, welcome back to Murder Speaks. I hope everyone's having a great week. So today's real crime story is about 32-year-old Dede Rosenthal of Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Dede worked at the Elwyn Institute in Vineland, and she worked as a trainer for children living with autism. She lived in Hamilton, Ontario originally, and she was granted a work visa and moved to Cherry Hill, New Jersey. She moved in November 1990, and she lived in an apartment building. She last showed up for work on February 22nd, 1991. So you're planning to hang out with some friends or go to the gym, and you don't know what to wear, and you're so bored of all of your clothes. This is why Crystal Kiss offers a wicked selection of true crime merch to bring your wardrobe to life. From hoodies, leggings, and t-shirts to joggers, crop tops, and tank tops, Crystal Kiss has you covered. Make a fashion statement with Crystal Kiss. Check out crystalkiss.com today. She was reported missing by her co-workers on February 27th, and her brother hadn't heard from her either. He got a call from Dede's work because she hadn't been to work in 3 days. Her brother called the police. There were 3 or 4 newspapers piled up in front of her door. Her apartment was clean, and there was a receipt for $80 tucked inside her date book. Her bed was made, and there was no blood spatter, and her keys were there. They brought a cadaver dog into her apartment, but the dog didn't react, and her car was in the parking lot. The police interviewed the residents. There was an elderly woman who lived below Dede's apartment, and she told the police that she heard a thud in the apartment above hers. The police spoke to the maintenance man, Charles Reddish, and he claimed he was at home with his girlfriend and her daughter.
Approximately how long did Miss Rosenthal live at the apartment complex?
I would say she was there a year at the most.
Did you have occasion to meet her?
I bumped into her a few times in the hallways. I liked her. I thought she was pretty nice.
They spoke to his girlfriend, and she told them Charles was at home all night. Detectives dug through her phone records, and they found out that she was dating a maintenance guy. He was the last guy she called. Dede told her friend that she was having a relationship with the maintenance man. It turns out he was married. He told police that he was with his wife the night Dede disappeared. Rebecca Wirtz and her 14-year-old daughter, Jennifer Wirtz, also lived in the building. Rebecca started a relationship with Charles Reddish, and he invited them to move in with him. Once they moved in, he changed. He became controlling. 7 years later, Rebecca decided she was going to leave him. Unfortunately, she wouldn't get the chance. Charles and Rebecca got into an argument, and Charles killed her. Hacked her to death. She was struck about 25 times and was in a pool of blood. Charles forced Jennifer to watch as he killed Rebecca. Then he raped Jennifer. He called his mother and told her about Rebecca's death, and she called the police. Once Charles was in custody, the police asked him about Dede's disappearance. He told the police that he was responsible for killing her. He went into her apartment late in the night through the unlocked sliding door. If you're looking for true crime merch with a great fit and feel, look no further. Crystal Kiss has a wide selection of clothes to brighten up your wardrobe. I like to wear clothes that make a fashion statement and says something about me. Like, our true crime and chocolate design describes me very well. I love chocolate and I love watching true crime, so they go hand in hand. Our hoodies are so soft and can be paired with one of our true crime joggers to make a super comfy outfit. Our true crime t-shirts fits true to size and last several washes. For a night out, throw on a pair of heels with one of our true crime leggings and a crop top. Whatever you're doing, Crystal Kiss has you covered. You people in the US, get free shipping when you order 3 or more items. You can also use discount code MURDER15, that's MURDER15, and save 15% off your entire order. Check out our wicked selection of true crime merch today at crystalkiss.com. Dede woke up and let out a little scream when she saw him. Then he smothered her to death and left. He noticed newspapers were piling up in front of her door. So he went back a couple of days later, wrapped her body in a fitted sheet from the bed, and moved her to his girlfriend's station wagon. Then, Charles claimed that he drove the body to a wooded, desolate area in Salem County, New Jersey, and dumped it there.
I was living there with Rebecca Works. For some reason, I got up and left the apartment, and I took the stairs to the roof, and I swung down onto the balcony of Dede Rosenthal's apartment. The sliding glass doors was unlocked.
For what purpose did you enter Miss Rosenthal's apartment?
I liked her, and I knew she lived alone.
So you basically went there to have sex with her?
Well, I guess. She was laying in bed on her back. She spotted me. She saw me there in her bedroom. And she had let out a very silent scream.
Did you ever strike her in any way with your fist to render her unconscious?
I kind of hit her a couple times.
Did you hit her in the head?
Yes. She slid from the bed to the floor, unconscious. So I moved towards her, and I held her nose and her mouth closed, and she stopped breathing. I went to the kitchen, and I found her pocketbook there, and there was $80 exactly in cash. I took that. A few days later, I could see newspapers building up on our doorstep, and I knew sooner or later that someone would find her there. I had a shopping cart in my apartment and a painter's blanket. I took the fitted sheet off the bed, wrapped her in that, and put her inside the shopping cart. Nobody was around, and I went for the elevator and went down, and I got my girlfriend's station wagon and put her in the back of the station wagon. I found a landfill area of some sort. There was a dirt road that you could drive back there. And I drug her up from the car, maybe 15 or 20 feet into the weeds. Okay. And went back to the apartment and continued like nothing ever happened.
In December 1998, Charles Reddish, then 37, was found guilty of murdering Rebecca and raping her daughter. In March 1999, he was sentenced to 55 years to life behind bars for those crimes. Then, Charles was convicted of Dede's murder, even though her remains were never located. For that, he was sentenced to 30 to 60 years in prison. Records indicate that he remains incarcerated at the New Jersey State Prison in Trenton, Mercer County, and he will be eligible for parole in October 2080. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this week's episode of Murder Speaks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please share it. Sharing is caring. Check out my YouTube channel, Murder Speaks, for more real crime stories. Also, I have another YouTube channel called Wendy_Podcaster ASMR. So if you are into ASMR or you have trouble sleeping or relaxing, check it out. I left a link in the show notes. Also, if you want to get access to bonus episodes, follow me on Patreon. I left a link in the show notes as well. Join me again on Murder Speaks. Thanks. Bye.